The high school gymnasium buzzed with excitement. It was graduation day at Westbrook High, a small public school in the heart of a quiet suburban town. Rows of chairs were neatly arranged on the polished floor, and proud families filled the bleachers, eager to see their children walk across the stage and step into the next chapter of their lives. Among the graduating class was Emma Carter, a hard-working senior who had spent the last 4 years juggling academics, a part-time job, and family responsibilities. For Emma, today wasn't just a celebration of her achievements, it was also a bittersweet reminder of the challenges ahead. She had earned a place at her dream college, but wasn't sure how her family could afford the steep tuition. Unbeknownst to Emma and her classmates, someone very unexpected was in the crowd that day. Sitting inconspicuously in the back row, dressed in a simple grey hoodie, jeans and a baseball cap pulled low over his face, was Elon Musk. The billionaire entrepreneur and tech visionary had come to Westbrook High in disguise, drawn by a story he'd heard about the graduating class and their struggles with rising education costs. For weeks, he'd been quietly gathering information about the school and its students, inspired by their determination to succeed despite the odds. Elon wasn't there to make a spectacle. He wanted to see for himself the challenges these students faced and decide how he could help. As the ceremony began, the principal, Mr. Thompson, stepped up to the podium. He was a kind, middle-aged man with a warm smile and a genuine love for his students. "Good evening, everyone," he began. "Today we celebrate the hard work, resilience, and accomplishments of the Westbrook High School class of 2024. Each of these students has a unique story, and we are so proud of all they've achieved." The crowd erupted into cheers and applause as the first row of graduates stood and lined up to receive their diplomas. Elon watched quietly, his sharp eyes observing the students as they shook hands with the principal and posed for pictures. About halfway through the ceremony, Emma's name was called. Her family cheered loudly as she crossed the stage, beaming with pride. But Elon noticed the way her smile faltered slightly when she turned back toward the crowd, as if the weight of the future was already pressing down on her. After the ceremony, families gathered in small groups, taking photos and congratulating their graduates. Elon stayed in his seat for a while, listening to snippets of conversations around him. He overheard parents talking about the financial strain of college, students nervously discussing their uncertain futures, and a few jokes about the impossibility of paying off student loans. Finally, Elon stood and made his way toward Mr. Thompson, who was chatting with a group of parents near the stage. "Excuse me," Elon said, his voice calm but commanding. Mr. Thompson turned, surprised by the interruption. "Yes, can I help you?" Elon removed his cap and lowered his hood, revealing his face. For a moment, there was stunned silence as Mr. Thompson and the nearby parents realized who he was. "Elon Musk," the principal said, his eyes widening in disbelief. Elon smiled politely. "That's me. I'm sorry to show up unannounced, but I'd like to have a word with you if you don't mind." "Of course," Mr. Thompson said, still trying to process the situation. "Please, let's step into my office." The two men walked through the crowd, whispers and murmurs following them. In the principal's modest office, Elon took a seat across from Mr. Thompson and folded his hands on the desk. "I came here today because I've heard about the challenges your students face," Elon began. "It's inspiring to see how hard they've worked, but it's also clear that many of them are struggling with the financial burden of higher education." Mr. Thompson nodded, his expression thoughtful. "That's true. Westbrook is a small community, and a lot of our families don't have the resources to support their kids through college. We try to help as much as we can, but there's only so much we can do." Elon leaned forward slightly. "I believe education is one of the most important investments we can make in the future. That's why I'd like to cover the college tuition for every graduate in this year's class." The principal stared at him, stunned. "You're serious?" "I am," Elon said firmly, "but I want to make something clear. This isn't about publicity or making a statement. It's about giving these students the opportunity to reach their full potential." Mr. Thompson shook his head, still trying to wrap his mind around the offer. That's incredibly generous. But why? Why our school? Elon's expression softened. Because these are the kinds of communities that are often overlooked. I know what it's like to have a vision and struggle to make it a reality. I want these kids to have a chance to chase their dreams without being held back by financial barriers. The principal sat back in his chair, a smile slowly spreading across his face. Mr. Musk, I don't even know how to thank you. Thank me by making sure these students know they're capable of achieving great things, Elon said, and remind them that success doesn't just belong to the privileged, it belongs to those who are willing to work for it. As the news began to spread throughout the gymnasium, the atmosphere shifted. Students, parents, and teachers couldn't believe what they were hearing. Elon Musk, one of the most famous figures in the world, had come to their graduation and offered to change their lives. Emma was among the first to hear the announcement. She stood frozen in place, her diploma clutched tightly in her hands. Tears welled up in her eyes as the weight of her worries suddenly lifted. Elon made his way back into the crowd, shaking hands, posing for photos and talking to students about their dreams and aspirations. For once, he wasn't a billionaire or a tech mogul. He was just someone who believed in the power of education and the potential of the next generation. The night ended with a standing ovation as Elon Musk addressed the crowd, urging them to work hard, stay curious, and never stop dreaming. For the students of Westbrook High, it was a graduation they would never forget, and the start of a future filled with endless possibilities. The following day, the buzz surrounding Westbrook High's graduation had reached a fever pitch. News of Elon Musk's surprise appearance and his extraordinary gesture of covering the entire class's college tuition had spread through the town like wildfire. Local reporters swarmed the school for interviews, parents called each other in disbelief, and students were already dreaming about the possibilities ahead. For Emma Carter, it felt like waking up in a dream she didn't want to end. The uncertainty that had weighed on her shoulders for months had vanished, replaced by a sense of hope and excitement. Yet she couldn't shake the surreal feeling of seeing Elon Musk, the man she'd only ever known through the news and social media, walking among them as if he were just another guest. At Westbrook High, the administration scrambled to organize a special assembly. The students and faculty gathered in the same gymnasium where the graduation had taken place just hours earlier, the air thick with anticipation. Everyone knew something big was about to happen, but the details remained a mystery. As the crowd settled, Principal Thompson stepped up to the podium, visibly excited but trying to maintain his usual composure. "Good morning, everyone," he began, his voice carrying over the murmurs of the audience. "Yesterday, we witnessed something truly extraordinary. We were honored to welcome Mr. Elon Musk to our graduation ceremony. Today he has graciously returned to share a few words with all of us." The gym erupted into applause as Elon Musk, dressed in his signature understated style, black jeans, a plain white shirt and a blazer, walked onto the stage. His calm demeanor contrasted with the electric energy of the crowd. He waved briefly before stepping up to the microphone. "Thank you for the warm welcome," Elon began, his voice steady and conversational. "Yesterday, I had the privilege of attending your graduation. Watching all of you walk across that stage was a reminder of the incredible potential in this room." The crowd grew quiet, hanging on his every word. "I came here to tell you something important," Elon continued. "The world is changing rapidly. Technology, innovation, and global challenges are shaping our future in ways we can't always predict. But there's one thing I believe in more than anything else, the power of people, especially young people like you, to create a better world." He paused, his gaze sweeping over the students. "That's why I want to invest in your future. I've already committed to covering your college tuition. But beyond that, I want to create opportunities for you to grow, learn, and contribute to the world in meaningful ways." A wave of astonished whispers spread through the crowd. Emma leaned forward in her seat, her heart pounding. To make this happen, Elon continued, I'm establishing a mentorship and internship program for all of you. This program will connect you with professionals in fields ranging from technology and engineering to business, healthcare, and the arts. Whatever your passion is, I want to help you pursue it. The room erupted into applause, students cheering and clapping with excitement. Elon raised a hand, signaling for quiet. I know some of you may be wondering, why us? Why this small school in a quiet town? He said, a faint smile on his lips. The answer is simple. I believe talent and potential aren't limited to big cities or elite institutions. They exist everywhere. You have the drive, the creativity, and the heart to achieve amazing things. All you need is the opportunity. Emma felt a swell of pride, not just for herself, but for her classmates and her school. She glanced around and saw the same mixture of joy and disbelief on her friends' faces. As Elon stepped away from the microphone, a student raised their hand. Elon gestured for them to speak. Why are you doing this? The student asked, their voice filled with curiosity. You could have chosen any school. Why us? Elon paused, his expression thoughtful. Because I understand how much difference a helping hand can make. I've had my share of struggles and failures. What got me through were the people who believed in me and the opportunities I was given. Now I want to do the same for others. He took a deep breath, his tone becoming more serious. But this isn't just about money or mentorship. It's about something bigger. We live in a time when the world feels divided, by politics, by beliefs, by backgrounds. If we're going to solve the challenges ahead, we need to learn to work together, to coexist. That starts with building bridges and giving everyone a fair shot. The audience fell silent, the weight of his words sinking in. Elon looked out at the students, his gaze steady. You are the future. Your ideas, your values, your hard work, they will shape the world we live in. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or can't achieve. As the assembly concluded, students crowded around Elon, eager to shake his hand, take selfies, and thank him for his generosity. Emma finally mustered the courage to approach him. Mr. Musk, she said, her voice trembling slightly, I just wanted to say thank you. This means everything to me and my family. Elon smiled warmly. You're welcome. Remember, this is just the beginning. Dream big, work hard, and never stop believing in yourself. As Elon left the gym, the students and faculty stood in awe of what had just happened. For the graduating class of Westbrook High, Elon Musk's visit wasn't just a moment of inspiration. It was a turning point. He had given them more than just financial support. He had given them hope and a reason to believe in a brighter future. What do you think about Elon Musk's bold decision to invest in the future of Westbrook High's students? Do you think more people should follow his example? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.